Hey, it's Dave from Doing Things with Dave. And today is the 31st of December, or New Year's Eve. And I had this brilliant idea to do something that nobody else, no other apps, no other people, nowhere else has ever been done before. And that's a look back at my 2025 cruising and channel history. Maybe we'll call it Wrapped, Unwrapped. I don't know. In any case, I hope you guys are doing well. And yeah, it is New Year's Eve. And I wanted to give a quick update on what 2025 has been for me, my cruise history, a little snapshot on the channel, as well as what I've got planned going into 2026. So, first, let's start with cruising. So, this year, I went on 3 cruises. Now, I started cruising back in 2023, and each of those years, 2023 and 2024, I did 5 cruises. But this year, I only ended up with 3. However, there were 3 pretty good cruises. A total of 32 nights at sea. I did 1 cruise through the Panama Canal, 15-day. I did a 10-day Thanksgiving cruise to the Bahamas, and then I did a 7-day cruise. I'm not going to tell you where I went because I've got a lot of content I'm going to release in January and February, but we started and ended in Seattle, so you figure that one out. And maybe there's a whale or two. In any case, these cruises got me up to 13 total, and 9 on Norwegian Cruise Line. Of significance with that is I hit platinum status halfway through the year, and that meant a couple of cool things. Now, if you know anything about loyalty status with airlines, hotels, or cruises, the higher your status, the better the perks are. And in my experience, the perks with cruising weren't so good up until I got platinum status. Now, here's a couple things that I unlocked when I hit platinum status. 1, priority embarkation, priority tendering. Those are nice. Get on the ship a little bit earlier. Those rare places that we have to tender, you have kind of a shortcut line. Also, some discounts on things like the photos and any sort of excursions, or if you're doing, say, a wine tasting, you get a little extra discount. A lot of those little bits were similar to gold, so they weren't really a big deal. But there are a couple things that made a big difference in my opinion. Number 1, got 2 free nights of specialty dining. So in addition to whatever my cruise package gives me, I also get 2 free nights at any of the specialty dining restaurants. One of them also includes a bottle of wine. I get the drinks package anyway, so that's not a big deal, but 2 free nights of specialty dining plus the 3, 4, 5 that I get depending on how long the cruise is a really big deal. And then the second, which may sound not that big of a deal, but I think it's pretty darn cool, I get a free bag of laundry. So, platinum status, 2 thumbs up for me. Okay, so what else is going on? I think it's pretty interesting that over those 13 cruises, I have now hit over 90 nights at sea, and I'm just pulling up the cruise globe real fast. I have cruised for over 26,833 nautical miles. That's a lot. So in any way, I guess you could say I really do love cruising. All right, what's next? Little channel update. Before I hit the channel update, one other thing that was really cool about my cruising this year is I hit a lot of new ports, 14 in total, including a new continent for me, South America. I went to Colombia, I went to the Panama Canal, Panama City, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Puerto Vallarta, Cabo San Lucas, Los Angeles, Seattle, a couple of mystery ports, and then my very first time in Nassau. 13 cruises, I finally hit Nassau. Guess what? I know a lot of people don't like Nassau. I personally liked it. Additionally, and I just made a video about my Thanksgiving cruise, and I'll leave it in the description, that turned out to be the only real port on that 10-day cruise. So if you're curious about how that went down and what my thoughts are on Nassau, take a watch of that video. Okay, let's switch over now to the channel. So Doing Things with Dave was born this year. And I have had maybe not a lot of success, but I certainly have posted a lot of videos. To give you a more specific example or specific amount, I posted a combination of shorts and long form video. I did a total of 72 shorts and another 19 videos. So 91 total videos since February of this year. I didn't have a tremendous amount of success in terms of like any video going super viral, but I did get over 240 watch hours. I had over 43,000 views, and I got over 1,000 subscribers. The subscribers don't seem to watch a whole lot, so if you are a subscriber, leave a comment below. Tell me what's going on, and maybe share the video with your friends if you like it. Now, in terms of the videos that were the best for me in performance-wise, I had 7 shorts that each did over 1,000 views, and one of those 7 showing the glow party on the NCL getaway from 2024 had almost 12,000 views. So shorts have been a good way for me to get some content visibility, and obviously I'm working on developing better videos overall, working on my editing, working on my storytelling. So again, if you like what I'm doing, maybe subscribe, maybe laugh a little. But in any case, I'm out here having some fun. Now, what else is going on? Well, a couple of updates in terms of the videos I'm making. I did finally buy a ring light, so you might see that I'm a little brighter than I've been in past videos. I also got myself a Christmas present. Oh, and you can see the ring light through the reflection. I got an Insta 360. This is the Insta X4 Air, comes with the selfie stick. So haven't even taken it out of the package yet, but this is what I will continue to make some video or start making some videos with, along with my iPhone and my GoPro. But I've seen a lot of good reviews about this camera and the ability to create some cool angles and shots. So excited to maybe start making some of those videos. And now when we think about where I might make some of those videos, I've got a couple of trips already planned. So in the end of January, I have a work trip, and I don't typically make videos about my work trip, but we're going to Paris for some conferences and stay outside of the city. We did this a couple years ago, and I'll probably make a video or two or show some of the cool things. We're staying at a chateau, which is always cool. So I'm excited about that. And then my first cruise I have booked for 2026 is a 10-day Miami to Philadelphia on the NCL Jewel. Now, maybe you've heard that Norwegian is reopening the cruise port in Philadelphia. It's been 10 or more years since cruising's taken place out of Philadelphia. Philly's kind of close to me, so while I was on my last cruise, when I was getting my Cruise Next certificates, I decided for the very first time that I would book my next cruise while on the ship. I have never, ever talked to anybody about booking a cruise other than going to a website and doing it myself. So this was kind of a new experience of going through the booking process. But ultimately, when I saw this cruise, I was pretty excited about it for a couple of reasons. Number one, the itinerary itself, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. 2, the length. I do definitely love the longer cruising. And then 3, I thought it'd be really cool to cruise into Philadelphia. Little less travel logistics, although who knows, maybe it'll be a little bit more challenging. We'll see. But in any case, was able to book, and I think I've got a pretty cool deal coming up. So let me tell you a little bit more about what the cruise is. I'll put a image up on the screen with the itinerary, but like I said, it's a 10-day cruise, leaves out of Miami. We go to Great Stirrup Cay. I just heard yesterday that the pier is finally open, so hopefully I will get off Great Stirrup Cay this time. I am 1 for 3 in terms of my, actually, I should say 2 for 4 in terms of my Great Stirrup Cay experiences. 2 times I've been there, 2 times we have had to take a sea day, including my last trip. So 5th time, hopefully it's a charm, and we'll get to experience the pier and some of the new amenities that they've put in place on the island. So I'm excited about that. After we do Great Stirrup Cay, we have a sea day. Then we go to a port I've never heard of before, but I'm super excited about. That's Cabo Rojo in the Dominican Republic. Now, I did a little bit of research. Cabo Rojo is on the southern side of the island, almost directly below Puerto Plata, which is on the northern side. So it's closer to the Haitian side of Hispaniola, the island. But it seems to be an up-and-coming cruise port, so I'm excited, and I hope we get to go there. I hope some of the issues that have been happening in Hispaniola, certainly with Haiti, aren't as much of a challenge, and get an experience there. I probably will just stay at the cruise port. I don't think I'll do an excursion there, but look out for a video from me in April or May on Cabo Rojo and what I thought of it. Next, after Cabo Rojo, we head south. We go to the southern part of the Caribbean, and we hit 2 of the ABC islands, Aruba and then Curacao. So I'm really excited about both of those. I have never been. Obviously, hoping that all the things that are going on in the world in the southern Caribbean are resolved for lots of good reasons. But that's the plan, that we'll hit Aruba and Curacao. After we do those 2 days, we have a sea day, and then we go back to the Dominican Republic, this time to one of my absolute favorite cruise ports, and that's Puerto Plata. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do there yet, but I've been to Puerto Plata 5 or 6 times. I know the cruise port, and I know some of the things you can do. I know how to get to Umbrella Street. I've done excursions. I've also done sort of self trips, walking away from the cruise port down to the beach, and seen some of the cool stuff there. So I'm very comfortable in Puerto Plata. So we'll see what that comes together. And then we do 2 sea days, and then we go up the Delaware River and dock in Philadelphia. So 10 days. Really excited about cruising to a couple places I haven't been before. Also, I'm on the NCL Jewel, which is an older ship. It's about 20 plus years old, gone through a couple of renovations, but I'm really excited to try it out. I've been on all of the Breakaway and Breakaway Plus class of ships now. I haven't been on the newest ships, the Prima or the Prima Plus. I'm planning on one of those this year as well, although I haven't finalized it. But it'll be nice to go on a much smaller ship. I have been on some of the Virgin ships that have about 3,000 passengers, and I know they're much newer, so I'm not trying to say it's going to be the same thing, but I am excited to try something a little new and a little different, and really excited to plan for my next cruise. So that's a bit of the update for me. I'm excited that I made my start creating some content here on YouTube, Instagram, as well as TikTok. Had some views, hopefully have some more in 2026. I'm really excited to continue cruising. Like I said, I started back in 2023, first time on the NCL Encore, and really have fallen in love with cruising. This year, I will hit over 100 days at sea, which I think is just crazy when you think about over 3 months at sea on a vacation. This time I'm excited to see some new places. This next cruise has 3 ports I haven't been to before, as well as 2 that I have had some experience with. So it's a bit of old, bit of new, bit of brand new ports, bit of old ship, and all that fun stuff. So in any case, again, today being the 31st of December, I wish you a very happy new year, and I hope 2026 is amazing. And with that, I'll see you on the sea.